for everyone that says Terence Crawford has fought bombs up until this point, he says that the bombs that he fought is better than your favorite fighter. And I've said this, reiterated this plenty of times. I've heard guys say that Jose Benavidez was a bomb. I heard people say Jeff Horn was a bomb, even though I've heard Earl Spence say that he's a good fighter, a very good fighter. Um, it's just a lot of things that starting to come out now. Just like at one point in time, people were saying that Anthony Joshua was the best boxer. Now that we're starting to see, they said Lomachenko was the best. Now we're starting to see, but it's a lot of situations like that. But fans have to start trying to walk back those narratives that they've been pushing. That's been taking food and money out of guys' mouths for years. Um, they've done that so many times, but they don't do that with certain guys who actually turn down mandatories. They do that with guys who's American on pound for pound lists. It's only the American fighters who get disrespected like this. Usually, fans from other countries, they support their own, but here we have a lot of different people who don't associate themselves with Americans. So I feel like these days, when you're a boxer like Terence Crawford, it's good to stay quiet early, like he did. Um, because usually when you're talking like Adrian Bronner, they'll say, "Oh, he's always talking. He's talking now. He's talking now." But what's funny is people don't like when people like Adrian Bronner talk, but they say they have a problem with Crawford not talking too much. So he doesn't talk enough, and Adrian Bronner talks too much. Yeah, I'm confused. I don't have time to try to impress every boxer. All I know is wins and losses. That's all I care about. The stuff outside of the ring that people try to bring up, the Bob Arum thing, how business was hard to be made with Bob, even though we've seen plenty of boxers from PBC go over there. Marcus Brown has gone over to fight Bittervieve, and plenty of other stuff that has gone on. So the whole ducking, that narrative's going away. So all the guys who said Crawford was ducking and he's fighting bums, those guys aren't validated anymore. I don't care if they have 100 million subscribers. They're not validated anymore. They're just chasing a check. Now they're posting up videos saying how Crawford's the best. Now, could you imagine how you followed a guy for 5 to 10 years, and he's been saying, "Oh, Terence Crawford's a bum. He ain't fought nobody," and now he's saying that Terence Crawford is decent and he's this, he's that. So we're paying for people to lie to us now. That's what we do. We're supporting people to lie to us. Now, everybody gets the fights wrong, opinions wrong. I get mine wrong all the time. But I don't harp on it to the point where I make a bag off of tearing a fighter down. Then later on, when he proves me wrong, I'm still trying to make a bag off him after he done proved me wrong, and I act like I don't know what's going on. What do these bloggers are worse than these promoters out here. They're breaking down value of fighters right before our eyes and think it's okay, it's cool. It's like pimping in the street. You know what I'm saying? It's not cool right now how they're moving and how they're chasing guys down for interviews like these promoters. Well, they're worse than these promoters. They're chasing a guy down for an interview, don't even like him. And then 2 weeks later, the guy will say, "No, that's not true what he reported." Then he'll start trashing the guy. Or he'll stop reporting on him. It's a lot of guys that do stuff like this. Like a lot of emotional guys out here that should not be reporting on boxing. Boxing is not an emotional game. It's calculated. It's about skills. Everybody's not a bum. Guys have 9 to 5 jobs. They're trying to feed their families. A lot of these guys they're boxing and have 9 to 5s, and they're taking care of their family and their wife's family. So like, and these people are head of the household. These aren't any guys who they've been working their whole life on this stuff. And then to have somebody say they're scared or to take a contract or or this guy's a bum and all this stuff. I've used those terms before, but it wasn't in the context. I'm not. Come on now. I'm not calling a world champion a bum, man. I'm saying the mindset technically is bummish sometimes because Crawford he just admitted it. These guys have a bummish personality because they'll sit up here and say, "Oh yeah, so and so he's on our side, so he's a good fighter. He's a good fighter." But they got guys on their side they haven't even fought yet. But you won't call those guys ducks, but you'll sit up here and call somebody else a duck, and then say the business and all that stuff. So that's why you're starting to see fans now and bloggers kind of trying to move away from the business talk because they see now, oh, we're so stupid. We just almost ruined a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah, y'all almost ruined some stuff. Y'all actually put more pressure on Spence because now fans are gonna be like, hey, y'all heard all this fuss stuff Spence was talking about, the big fish and all the other stuff. So y'all actually promoting him actually hurting him. Like Crawford actually being quiet and silent, it actually helped made his case even bigger. It made him even bigger than if he would have talked the whole time. Because now people are like, I just want to hear him talk. I never heard him talk. Even though he's been talking the whole time, he's been doing interviews for years. Now they want to hear him talk. But all because somebody thought a guy was a bum or he was fighting bums. And what my thing is this right here. Crawford's really the only fighter I've heard guys from really say that he's been fighting. Well, Wilder too. You can throw Wilder in there. They say Wilder and Crawford fight bombs. But as you can see, people was very impressed with Crawford fighting. But he's been fighting the same way for years. So people want to talk about you until you get in the ring with a Fury or somebody. And then they say, oh, he actually looks decent. Oh, he actually looks good. Because I heard people say, oh, Wilder swings over his head. He swings this way. Bro, I just seen Inoue swing the same way as somebody. It wasn't even it wasn't a straight right or nothing. I seen him swing over his head, and all kind of stuff. Nobody said he's fighting bombs. So at the end of the day, a lot of stuff is getting exposed. Please like and subscribe if you want to hear the truth, because we have a lot of guys out here right now that's taking down the value. I gotta sit up here and try to bring balance to the force. Now I gotta do say what Boo Boo Andre real value is. I gotta let everybody know that Jerron Ennis is like 24, 25, 26. He's not a 35-year-old. He's not 33 like the rest of these guys. He's a whole nother different generation. They trying to run him through the blender. Oh yeah, get Crawford to fight him, bro. Let that man develop into what he's supposed to be, into a star. Let him become a star first before y'all try to put him in a cookie cutter. Let him be a star first. Let him build himself up. Let him get in the ring with guys that's on his side. So all that side of the street talk then went away now. Now guys is like, oh, I ain't trying to fight who in PBC now. So you can see 147 and 54, all this stuff starting to clean up now. But a lot of guys, now we starting to realize guys just want to jump on an undisputed opportunity so they can try to get some quick belts. A 3-1, 4-1 type deal. They don't want to work for it, like try to get each belt and work through the division. But like Crawford said, if I'm fighting bombs, what does that make your favorite fighter? Is he a bomb? Because the bombs I've been fighting is way better than the guys you've been fighting. That's all I gotta say. Like and subscribe.